afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to another exciting Propagandacast from me, host Imperial Dane, Master of Propaganda, Hero of Psych, Defender of the Fatherland. We're off here till 1 vs 1 on Holotny Family Winter in the cold. And my feet are actually kind of cold at the moment. Here in the west we got Baumy, Lt.Baumy, fighting for the Oberkommando West Germany, Deutschland, Reich, taking on the role here of the 12th Panzer Division versus in the east we got here CoH2, we'll just call him Co, fighting here for the Soviet Union, Socialism, Stalin, and the 9th Mechanized Guards Corps, Guards Mechanized Corps. And we've got here Scavenge, Fortifications, and Spec Ops versus Guard Motor, Mechanized Support, and Soviet Shock Army. Rare sight there. Double Infantry Machine Guns versus All Infantry for Co. Double concept start there as he goes in very aggressively here, hitting straight for the northern compartment there again, trying to sort of threaten Baumy's early ground there. The Sturm Pioneer so quick to respond. Their assault rifle fire, shooting through one of the windows. Except for Otto there, who's shooting into the ground. Otto, aim damn it, you're supposed to be a pioneer. Sebastian, shoot and aim properly, you Dummkopf. But there you go, getting caught up with country. We see that Baumy's acting southwards there. Another force not being rushed up. This is rather spread out aggressively. In this case, got punished by Co, who made a much more concerted, disruptive effort here against Baumy in the early game. So that's interesting to note here. There will seem to be more disruptive play now from the Allies against the Axis, now that they've lost a few certain things. I think that's an interesting thing that's happening there due to those recent patch changes. Again, we're overseeing an increase in disruptive play from the Allies. I mean, that's definitely a change in the meta game. And again, I think that's a good, change, because if someone is feeling at all a need to, try and play disruptively, I mean, that's clearly indicated they can feel quite comfortable. But if we're seeing overall more disruptive play from the Allies now, that indicates again they actually have some weaknesses now. If it bleeds, you can kill it. Anyways, Bart Wire there, making hard to go for it, going straight onwards. He's in fact getting northern fuel point, then hitting for the southern fuel point. Baum here is sort of going southwards, but again, it just feels a bit half-hearted there. But there you go, more troops running to northward, trying to disrupt here, or throw back Co with all his might. German might too, yeah. There's a lot of fire there going forward to rushing in. Sturm Pioneers supporting here. He's quick though to change targets, by the way. He knows what his priorities are. It's the Sturm Pioneers because they're the most expensive to enforce. And so he can just keep bleeding them out. I mean, he's going to hurt Baumy a lot more than just killing a bunch of Volksgrenadiers anyways. In the south, country pushing onwards there. We got 3 squads, 1 engineer squad there for Co. Now, I think anything further then, he's got a quick early medic upgrade there. And now we can see Baumy spreading out aggressively into the north, as Co is finally abandoning it, but he's actually done quite a bit of damage there in the north. He's got the fuel point and the munitions, guns at least a minute off, I think, worth of that. Bled out Baumy considerably, so I mean, from a strategic standpoint, that's actually been pretty good there for Co. That has been pretty good. Conscript rushing behind the Volksgrenadiers here. We've got 2 squads that can then deal with the Volksgrenadier squad down here. Holding up behind an old Rauchenschlepper Ost there, abandoned somewhere on the eastern front. And we got 4 Volksgrenadier squads there for Baumy, 1 Sturm Pioneer squad. I mean, he does have now currently more infantry on the field than Co. So a bit of shooting there. Conscript taking minor losses. Munition point there being secured by the conscripts. And up here, point being secured. Oh, of course, worth noting is that Baumy is very sort of specific about laying down sandbags. And he's always preparing the battlefield ahead of time. That is good to see, by the way. That is good to see. Take up there for Baumy. Likely going to be a battle group headquarters. He could go for mechanized regiment, but the fuel supply hasn't exactly been wildly in Baumy's favour. So I imagine he's sort of feeling more confident going for battle group headquarters. Maybe following up with a flak half track from there instead. We'll have to see what Baumy ends up with, but I certainly imagine there'll be some assault rifles and the Volksgrenadiers. But there we go, constant flying up behind here. No Molotovs though, so you can't easily win this engagement. If you had Molotovs, you could probably have a sort of chance there, but otherwise the Volksgrenadiers just have too much and advantage again. They're heavy cover, the conscript already depleted. We got flamethrower engineers rushing in there, but again they're quick going to get focused down here again. They're out in the open, exposed. 2 Volksgrenadier squads, focusing down again. These ones don't have too much about the conscript there, so I mean, not really the best move there by Co. And we can see that Baumy now, from initial disadvantage position, has very quickly shifted the game here against Co. To an extent, at least. So there you go, conscript engineers being repulsed with considerable losses there to Co's forces. But again, Co does not give up. He strikes for the cutoff point. He sneaks up behind Baumy again, forces him to attract forces from the front line to have to deal with this threat. In this case, turning Baumy's sandbags against him. Oi! You Marxist bastards, give that back! This is our No, it belongs to the people. 9 says Lt belongs to you, so here. Anyways, folks, I'm up to do with the country there in the south. Continued harassment there. Both players going in very aggressively against each other here. Harassing, slashing and all that. We got a supporting company with a maximum for cool. And we got a doctoral choice. It is Lt.Baumy. The surprise there again. Not really doctrine you see a lot lately, but cool is going there. He is going Lt.Baumy. So that should be interesting to say the least. Back here, reinforcement up. No medics down on the way. And we got an MD-34 there for Baumy. And the 12th Panzer Division. Assault rifles there should soon be on the way for some of the folks going to need increasing their firepower by a few notches. You got a mortar following up there for Coup. Not going for the heavy mortar while he could, instead opting, nope, cancel it. Looks like he's going to aim here for the heavy. No. He's taking up instead. Coup making a lot of decisions here. Coup perhaps a bit indecisive, or just Coup having a lot of plans in his head and can't, quite get them all on track. But there you go. Tank of a tank command going up there for Coup. And medics there on the way for Baumy. Assault rifles are, there we go, happening for some of the folks grenadiers. Up north here, the fight continues. MD-34 to flank the conscripts there. Setting it up swiftly for Safasland. And there you go, suppressed. John Panis are rushing in. Good timing there. And there you go, conscripts are running. And Dimitri stumbles over though, unable to get away in time. Maximum carrying the southern half of the map. He tank command almost done for Coup. He could go for a fast half attack here. I think would give him some quick punch and mobility. And of course, just frontline presence versus Baumy. Of course, he would also just go for the T7. But a half attack would not be a bad choice here, I think. That rather depends on what's actually expecting to come from Baumy. But again, the sort of initial fuel pressure should maybe sort of make a looks there less of an immediate threat. But again, options. Concentrating south of Stem maximum could support. That would not be a bad idea. I mean, those are pretty much going to be the southern front line, so better to have them supported by a machine gun. Anyways, pressure here. Baumy making ready for an assault through the centre up north. They counter-attack to give the countries there. A lot of angry Germans. Spark wire there's some of the sandbags. And there you go. We got submachine guns up as well here for Coup. The PPSH-41. And there you go. Maximum in this case proves a bit more helpful there and had he done what I suggested. So yeah, that's also good. There we go. Defensive carve point. But they're going to send a grenade off. Bunhand granate. Note, by the way, the Bunhand granate was apparently not very common. At least most sources don't mention it. On the other hand, they had the Brandflasche, which was essentially the German Molotov. The only difference was that one was actually industrially produced and actually used sort of storm matches or about basically sort of the same destiny in essence on a Stielhand granate, just pull and throw. They were fun back there. But they were also, by the way, green, dark green. He's almost wiped out. He got a lot of assault rifle fire there. We got the conscript flank up behind the MD-34. Good work there by Coup. There we go. Almost got it wiped here. The PPH-40, they're doing a lot of damage. More incendiary grenades with the conscripts. So much going on here. Having a hard time keeping up, But there you go. Comes there now. The one thing, folks, they did get the MD-34, but now they risk themselves being gotten. But no, shock troopers popping a smoke screen to cover the retreat of their comrades, also allowing them to get closer to the German infantry. A double whammy there with a single smoke grenade, and now they're up close and they have the advantage. That is, by the way, also a good way of using the smoke grenade. Most just using it to negate a machine gun, but it can also just be used, as some people tend to forget, to just get close in the first place, as you saw there, to also cover the retreat of a comrade. So there we go, shock troopers certainly having a shocking effect there to Baumy as they just tear through his centre lines like a hot knife through a buttered door. Yeah, that doesn't quite work as a metaphor, does it? I don't think most people make, the doors out of butter, well, except maybe Goering. He might have done it. Anyways, troops are healing and forcing, going again for the carve point. Coup is ceaseless. He fights for the motherland. He breathes for the motherland. He eats for the motherland. Fox was there fighting against the conscripts there. A quick incendiary grenade there off again, landing, but still the carve point has been cut off once more against Baumy. He is taking up though already. No flak half tracks for him, no sir. 9 Herr Hauptmann. It is time for the Schwerpanzer quarters already here for Baumy, who's all by the way got a fat lead in that sense. Coup has been a bit on the defensive after that initial successful push, and he never quite focused on the victory points. So in that regard, they've actually been allowed to stand pretty safely there for Baumy, which has allowed him to actually already in the 10 minutes shave off quite a few victory points from Coup. and the 9th Guards Mechanized Corps. But there you go, T-7 there for coup. In that regard, Baumy is currently woefully underprepared. He does not have any Raketenwerfers, nor does he have any Panzerschrecks. So he's going to be a bit exposed to the T-70 again. Half-Jet could also think down the trick here, a bit faster, but the T-70 will protect itself a bit better, say versus Lukes or something like that. We got the truck moving ahead here. He's going to like to set up the Schwer Panzer Corps to go both through on the car point, that way cutting down on Ku's options for harassment, unless he goes, I think, for several heavy mortars that way, just bombards it into submission. But there you go, T-7 strength north, not the north, the south, supported by conscripts here, pushing back the Volksgrenadiers. Now, of course, Baumy will have to go for a Raketenwerfer because even with this one, it's going to take him some time to get out any armour, any panzers. North and east, they're fighting with the Volksgrenadiers, flamethrowers versus Sturmgewehrs, anti-healing reinforcement. T-7 is quickly shifting though away from here. No, by the way, the path he's taking a longer extended path in case he's probably worried, his opponent might have a Raketenwerfer hiding about here. So instead, he's taking a longer, safer route, which of course requires a bit more management, but it does decrease the chance of getting spotted by something nasty and then taking. Not at least, I'm assuming that's why. It could also just be he just does it because he can, or he's drunk. I don't know, but I'm gonna assume he does it for tactically sound reasons. Because those, stuff you can, teach people from running, he was drunk because, people don't learn from that, Oh, he was drunk. Oh, no learning lessons there. Unless you're Churchill. But those are the wrong kinds of lessons. Anyways, going there for the center victory point. We got just the Volksgrenadiers heading south instead, right into the conscripts. Should be able to pull up into the heavy cover. They're having an edge over the conscripts. They could have laid down some sandbags in that regard. Again, Baumy sandbagging rather has an edge over Kuh again. Hasn't ever really been much of a sandbagger, apparently. We got trucks rushing in. No smoke screen this time around. Out in negative cover. That does allow the Volks to get a few hits. And of course, he only lost one man in the end. But maybe, he might have not lost him. But there you go, MG Force setting up there. This time, they're quick enough to set up a smoke grenade there. But Volks is moving from the other side. And there you go, grenade. Poor throw there. And the Volks should have the edge over here. T-7 moving down towards the centre. Up north point being secured. Field gun arriving there for Kuh. And from Baumy, we got nothing going on there still. With no doctrine from him. I mean, he could go for scavenge. Fortifications, those spec ops. They're all viable options. T-7 distracts with its 45mm cannon. Turning into the Volksgrenadiers. Northeast jump pipeline with the conscripts there. Mine also down here from Baumy. The Schuhmine 42 or Schützenmine. And we got the Sis-3 arriving there for Kuh. Engineer suppressed. Sturm pass finding here with the conscripts. Bit of shooting going on there. Conscripts slowly bleeding out. And the south more conscripts advancing. And we got a regular mortar there for Kuh again. No heavy mortars. No heavy mortars. At least not yet. At least not yet. But he so far made use of shock tubers and the submachine guns. I mean, he's all making some use of doctrine compared to Baumy, who has yet to, do anything with the doctrine at all in that regard. He's actually, I think, slightly disadvantaged against Kuh. But of course, thusly displaying a bit more of an active strategy to an extent. We got Orbis on the way there for Baumy. Could combine that with spec ops, would help a bit versus, some of these closer quarter scenarios. Now uses of buildings and so on. So, I mean, that could be a good idea. But MD-34 there being wiped up with the T-7 light tank, cracks machine gun and 45mm gun there, having quite an impact on the machine gun crew. Versus conscripts there in the south, Volks there, or centre, Volks flank behind the conscripts there, catching a bit of a nasty pincer. And there go mortar fire landing on the church, threatening to demolish it. And up north here, T-70 versus Panzerfaust. Panzerfaust does the deed. That'd be an actual Panzerfaust, of course. The T-70 most likely, I think, would be in flames. If it connected, that is. Lots of the close being wiped out there. In the south here, point being secured, conscripts rushing right past them. Others should advance. And we got the orbital Dardan. No sign of doctoral choice there from Baumy. No spec ops. No fortification still. When he wanted to go for fortification, he could lay down a series of machine gun bunkers, which would make it harder for Kuh to harass him, which wouldn't exactly be a bad idea either. Pulls in the fire here from the mortar, the 82mm mortar, which is different from pretty much every other army, which I think used 81mm. There might have been one using 80mm, but overall the standard I think was 81mm. And the rumour is they basically did it just to ensure the Germans couldn't use them, or their munitions. The problem was that they could actually. They just used the mortars there with their munitions, and well, it was slightly less powerful, but it still worked, by the way. It still worked. So a little fun fact there. The Germans, in fact, used a lot of Soviet equipment and captured, for example, a lot of the divisions holding the beaches of Normandy had a lot of Soviet equipment, as a fun fact. North constantly pushing there for the victory point. Here in the south, shock troopers running in there, veteran 2 already. I mean, he certainly had quite an impact there with those shock troopers. Crew again, they could use them, they can use the smoke grenades and lights here. Maxim versus machine guns, incendiary grenade off there from a nice hiding Volksgrenadier squad. And in the south, charge straight into the Volksgrenadiers here. More moving in support though. Got shock troops already up close there with their body armour and their submachine guns and their faith in Stalin. And it's north here, Storm Party striking at the countries there again. Long to mid-range combat there. T-70 striking about here, pushing back the Volksgrenadiers. Baumy here could go for a Panzer IV now, could also try and aim for a Panther. Depends on how much he's sort of feeling he's ahead. I mean, he's rather had some at the edges, but no, he does go for the Panzer IV here. The Panzerkampfwagen 4. Not a bad choice here, not a bad choice here. Troops healing, reinforcing here. And here T-70 rolling a bit back. Over here, reinforcement, healing are going on. And there, Consul versus Volksgrenadiers. Small engagement here. Sandbags attempting, in this case, not fast enough. Again, he's realised this is no longer safe territory. This is no longer when you can enjoy a nice schnapps and a picnic. He has to now expect to be fighting the Russians even there. T-70 moving out here. MD-34 orbital dart and forces in the northwards. Light machines are away there. Still no doctrine from Baumy. And the 12th Panzer Division. We got the Panzer IV there. Almost done. Almost. There we go. A lot of light machines are firing at the conscript. Sending them running. Scurrying away like Bolshevik rats. And the Panzer IV there mobilized for Baumy at the same time. The crew himself is taking up their mechanized armor company. Ready to bring the armored fist of Stalin to Baumy's face. Across there versus Volksgrenadiers charging in there. Up close, Maxim supporting Volksgrenadiers to do with the Maxim. And up north, it's striking at the orbital dart, and they need to pull them back before they're rather wasted. And we can see that Crew doing what it can to bleed up Baumy, to reverse the victory point bleed that's been exposed to. Panzer want to deal with the Maxim there inside their church. Shot fired. Not a lot of damage to the Maxim, but certainly did some damage to the church. Ooh, wiped there by the mortar T-70 combo. Quite a loss there for Baumy. Short one infantry squad there. Panzer moving ahead, going to try and catch that T-70 up north there. We got forces there supported by Maxim. There's the shock troopers. You can't quite get off an smoke grenade, allowing them to be defeated by Baumy's infantry. Up north it's Panzer IV, or centre, east north. Panzer IV dealing with the T-70 field, but they go push back. I think at this point what Baumy should try and aim for is a flanking assault here through the south. Sneaking up behind, there we go, hitting the southern path through the support weapons, clearing them out, or at least forcing them track, and then striking from the centre. I think that could be a very good manoeuvre there from Baumy rather than just trying to attack head on, because it's very much the choke point, and it's going to be one that benefits Coup to an extent, in particular now what Coup is going for an HE5 tank destroyer. That's, I think, further going to emphasise the need to flank for Baumy. I mean, in theory, you can just try and break through the centre, but it's going to be very much more costly, and it's going to feed Crew's tank destroyers. There's a lot of tank veterans, which is going to be really, really bad for his tanks. So, I mean, overall, at this point, Baumy should begin, I think, drawing up plans in his head for flanking operations versus Crew. I mean, obviously, not expecting, a sickle stroke a la Manstein here, but, even the half-decent flanks are doing quite well. But there we go, we got the issue fire out there for Crew. Light infantry gun for Baumy to deal with support weapons. That also reinforces tendency towards head-on assaults, though. Shock troops engineers, T-70 in northwards there, HE5 tank destroyer rolling ahead. Was discontinued in production anyways, roughly around the time the T-35 hit, but still saw plenty of usage because they still had a bunch made. And the HE100, which was sort of supposed to replace it, only really hit around 1945. They even actually managed to start making more HE5s using the HE100 chassis, because it took some time with a gun, the HE100, which is... I won't go there, I don't think that's quite true, I was about to say. But still, the HE5 did see service right into the end of the war. It was a reasonably competent tank destroyer, but certainly not quite as remembered as the HE100 in theory, which again is largely, I think, due to its stats. I mean, again, it barely saw any sort of real action, but again, it did have a very potent gun in the 100mm, anti-tank weapon that mounted on it. Academy have a machine gun then towards the northern point. They're guarded by shock troopers. Moving towards the centre there in the south here. Forces moving in, going to try and flank the T-70 with a Panzerfaust. That's I think being a bit optimistic. And there you go, Panther going down again. Theoretically, he's actually doing what the problem is. He's rather telegraphing his move, which is rather like, you know, Kuta then sort of deal with it. In this case, the Panther very quickly goes down. I mean, you know, be careful with that, and of course, remember to support your tanks with infantry. In this case, Baumy did not, and that ended up costing him quite badly. I mean, not a lot of pleasant time in use the HQ5, but the thing is, keep in mind, the HQ5 tank control in the game is actually pretty good. And quite lethal, and for some reason, Dimitri's rolling about there. Grabbing the northern point there. I mean, what if someone to compare the HQ5 to something the German arsenal? It would probably be the Jagdpanzer 4. Initially, sort of the same thing there, you know, based on the T-34, Panther 4 chassis, had initially sort of low velocity gun blades, but in theory upgrade to a bigger one. And both of those versions then suffered issues with the gun actually being too big for the chassis. The Jagdpanzer with a high velocity gun actually struggled with it. It was too big, could get stuck in the dirt, and then could blow up the gun. Similarly, the HQ5 suffered from the same issue. So that's a sort of a bit of a fun thing there, really. Constantly moving ahead here, forces defending, no sandbags, and still no doctrine from Baumy. Again, he's hit the magical 20-minute mark where I always say, you know, if you hit that point, you haven't chosen a doctrine, you're doing something wrong. That's rather here sort of the point Baumy's hit. Well, not wrong, but you could be doing a lot better because you could then, you know, actually be planning, and again, this isn't actively planning in a sense. You still got a victory point leader of Ku, but Ku is certainly slowly chiseling away at it with Soviet fortitude. Pulling a bit back here. They should find moving ahead there. In the south, you've got Sturmpioneers versus conscripts. Virtually 2 there. Should make the Sturmpioneers a bit more lethal. And we got the T-7 hitting Norfolks. We got their Fulton versus Engineers. And we got the 82 Mortals ready to support. There you go, forcing a devastating hit there from the T-70. Virtually 3 on the light tank, which makes it really, really lethal. And I mean really, really lethal. A Veteran 3, it might actually be better than the old Veteran 3 T-70. It's just, initially it isn't quite as good, but again, if you get it to Veteran 3, it becomes really, really good. You got more battalion there for Lieutenant Baumy and the 12th Panzer Division. You should probably aim for a Panther this time around. Again, you should try and, I think, flank Ku. Again, he shouldn't be going for these head-on assaults. And again, a good flank, you know, not one that's too deeply telegraphed, or at least in the case of the telegraphing, that's actually, you know, a distraction to then punch from the front. Always closing in on the Panther there. We got shock troopers hitting a mine there. Taking Mount also being pushed back here by the MU-34. Also trying to deal with heavy mortars with the sniper rod here, so Ku actually now has 2 mortars in the field, 1 medium, 1 heavy. Field gun hanging back here, and there more troops moving out for Ku. Also now got access to the Lt.2 Sturmovik attacks. Baumy still not choosing a doctrine. Come on, Baumy, choose a doctrine, choose a doctrine. Germany demands doctrines. Here folks have engaged with the T-70 light tank, tying into them. Alright, maybe not quite that low, but still it's pretty damn good if you can source it out the right way. Of course, he just had such high accuracy at Veteran 3 now. Probably more than he did have before, just as less AoE, but still, it makes it pretty lethal. No, look, Baumy goes for the Jagdpanzer here. It's going for the Panther 4-70V. Womack, not Alkit, which is A. And Alkit was the one who made the Stoogs, but rather, for some reason, made it really, really big, in a sense, you know, structurally big, which rather made an easier target. But there you go, T-7 hits the mine, using it to grab territory there as well. Jagdpanzer on the way there for Baumy, almost done. Kedmith coming in the centre. Quickly suppressed here. I mean, in this case, you should try and launch an attack from the northeast, sneak up, then sort of catch up on the blind angle of the house here. I mean, this is again where you know, the lack of smoke for the Oberkommandowest rather sort of hurts it, I think. Otherwise, you could lay down the smoke screen there, for example, then advanced, which leaves in more options. But again, without, he really is, you know, should be trying to flank more rather than trying to attack head on. Where again, he's got no way to really, you know, limiting the amount of firepower his opponent can bring to bear. But there you go, the Jagdpanzer out there. Force me to with the conscripts. Jagdpanzer shoots, doesn't hit, unsurprisingly. It's then going off against the conscripts there, doing a bit of damage. I also found fact that's actually a machine gun sort of cover there. There's actually supposed to be an M4-2 peeking out there shooting at the enemy and in the stats. It actually has one, they just apparently never decided to implement it in the end for whatever reasons, but it did have a machine gun there. Meanwhile, Coop bringing up a T-34-76. In the south, Folks was dealing with that, but the conscripts still on Pioneer supporting. Folks moving in there, sort of against slight flank, but this time without sufficient support. And otherwise, it could have been a good idea there. It could have been a good idea. But he's finally gone for docks. In this case, it is fortifications. S-mines would be a good idea. Bunkers would be a good idea. A pack for the 3-order howitzer wouldn't be a half bad idea, I think, either there from Baumy. There we go. Coop quick to call in the Sword air support here in the face of the Oberstdorf down like Kedmeffers. Quickly forcing to pull back here. Jagdpanzer drawing most of the fire there from the IL-2. That's a bit of luck there for the Oberstdorf. It probably would have been turned into shreds. And meanwhile, T-34 strike northwards there. We got a few S-mines down there, but the T-34 drives right through them. And the south troop force back there, it looks like. We just haven't bothered. Demo charge, actually, it looks like. We got more Sturmpaniers. Well, it looks like the Sturmpaniers rather bit the dust. The others is leftover assault rifle. More air support fire there, doing this some more damage to the Oberstdorf. Jagdpanzer not too concerned with the IL-2. Got the issue of moving in, T7 supporting. A mortar moving up there. And here's some reinforcement. He's also going for Molotovs now. A late addition, but not necessarily bad there for Coup. We'll give him a few more options for fighting German infantry and support weapons. In the south here, Fulton is rapidly reaccommodated by Russian firepower. Also moving in, engaging the heavy mortar head-on, HV5 pushed back. In fact, there's nothing coming in. Of course, got the T-7 rushing in. We got no support for them. Jagdpanzer trying to fight against an illusory T-34 in the north, but T-34's in fact already pulled back to the base here. Essentially, just baiting away the Jagdpanzer from the north, allowing him to move his armor more aggressively in the center, I guess. They didn't quite, I think, push through with it. Always remember, infantry first ahead of your tank destroyers. Infantry first. It's also why I go ladies first, so they can draw any potential fire for you. Anyways, constantly moving in there, we got the Fultons holding up there. Not necessarily the best place to be, and really, I think you should consider machine gun bunker right about there. It would make it a lot harder for Coup to harass the northern victory point there. Here in the south, Sturmpanier is being pushed back by the conscripts. Big infantry push there. You got two Fulton swords, one Oberstdorf, one MD-34, Landwehr moving up, but again, there's no anti-tank there. And again, the Sturmpaniers have not got upgraded with a Panther Shrek, which would be help there. You can soon go for the Panther, which wouldn't be a bad choice there for Baumy, as long as he then tries to actually flank with it and doesn't do so in a silly manner that gets knocked out in a matter of seconds. Fighting around the centre, fighting in the south here, more top on the Volksgrenadiers. Shock was laying down a smoke screen in front of the Oberstdorf. Good work there. Fulton's hit close and passed to the arc of fire of the machine gun, but there you go. That infantry gun fire though, already running down in the expected position of the machine gun. Just seen a bit there.
Close air support is available. The enemy is encroaching on our
181 victory points versus 304 there from Baumy. Up north, grabbing the victory point there. And hey, mortaring down the Jagdpanzer there. Orbs on there. Ooh, gains got damaging the mortar crew there. Grenade off, geballte Ladung. And there we go. Wipes the entire thing. Small victory there for Baumy, but sadly can't quite follow up there again. There's a certain lack of anti-tank. I mean, had the Jagdpanzer been supporting from here, I think we'd have done a lot more damage, and particularly had another armor piece. But there you go. Steady sister head on assault with the Jagdpanzer. Again, not forgetting, good hit. H-5 get Jagdpanzer gets with it, and the H-5 almost knocking out there. T-34 supporting. Orbs almost wiped out here in the brutal fighting in the center of the Jagdpanzer repositioning again. And just more movement here. Can't go up against the Volksgrenadiers. Vetchi 5 versus Vetchi 3. And there we go. We got a Molotov against the Volksgrenadiers. More conscript arriving though, but there we go. The Volksgrenadiers beginning to suffer a bit. There we go. And the Incendiary Grenade in return on the conscript. There we go. Ultimately pushed away. Machine gun wipe there. Fulton jump out coming in. Mortar recruit here by plug engineers. More Academy for Baumy in the south here. Fulton is being assaulted by T-70 and a T-34. Air support again here around the centre again. More deny movement here for Baumy's infantry. Good work. Almost got the heavy mortar there, or mortar crew there, but the IL-2 saves them. In the nick of time, we got a Katyusha rocket launcher on the way for Coup. Fulton's going in for the Maxim. Not a bad idea. Not a bad idea. Oh, he salvages it. He salvages it for a bit of extra fuel. At least he's trying to. I think he should have just honestly tried to steal it and then stuffed it inside the small shed here to cover the northern victory point. But there you go. Now they can there for Baumy again. Otherwise, I think she consider some bunkers here and there again. It'll make it again harder for Coup to do what he wants so easily. Booby traps could also be a good idea, though. Booby traps also work. They can't just be set off by tanks, for starters. Grab the victory point there. Back here, healing reinforcement going on there for Lt.Baumy and the 12th Panzer Division. Ooh, T7 making a mistake. I want to straight to the kid now for Yak Panzer. Oh, he gets away. Katyusha though firing. Unleashing hell here against the light infantry gun. Rockets blasting away. Killing something, but I'm not entirely sure what he killed. Actually, I think he just destroyed something. Didn't even kill anything. So just got experience for destroying something, I guess. There you go. She's going for the Yak Panzer. Yak Panzer prepare the Israel and it has. It's quickly gaining a lot of veterans there, pushing back the Yak Panzer quite aggressively. In the south here, Fulton versus conscripts and taking it off there already. The Molotovs on the way back on the Volksgrenadiers. And there you go, a lot of damage. Conscripts ultimately being pushed back, but the Volksgrenadiers just standing about in the Molotov and pounding during the heat. Probably should get them moving, Baumy. Just a small suggestion. T-Fed forming in, that'll be able to wipe that with a machine gun if he's not fast enough. Even then, it might be too late now. Yeah, looks like very much too late there. Another infantry loss for Baumy in the 12th Panzer Division. And we got S-mines down there from Baumy. I think you should be careful about laying down too many S-mines, particularly unsupervised. They much reached dealt with just engineers from Micros so far. Who hasn't bothered again? I think you should be investing in bunkers and booby traps a bit more. I mean, S-mines can be good, but generally want to mix them up with other things, and so far Baumy isn't quite doing that. So I think that's a bit of room in there for improvement for Baumy. We've got Sanders going down, but we've got the T-7 striking in first, supported here by the T-34 there. Of course, then taking a lot of damage out in the open. Good kill there. Almost. And there goes on now retreating past the T-70. There we go, quick kill. That's thanks to the T-34, I think. Oh no! Ambush for Kednev. It catches an aggressive Katyusha move by Coup. Oh no! What a rotten loss. Sneaky though. Maximum hit through the S-mine field, not really caring about it. Is he actually clearing the S-mine field with his Maxim, or is he just not paying attention? Are you crazy, these small mines? I need you in the center. I'll have you shot. Oh. Alright, I'll go. Oh, you lost Petrov, Dmitri, Yuri, Fritz, yeah. Oh, both of them have taken nasty hits from the IL-2 Sturmovik. HD5, T-70, T-Fed 1, got veteran 1, the T-Fed 4 Sturmpan. He's got the field gun, but again, there's no follow-up there for Baumy. There is no follow-up, no tanks, no Panthers. Guy actually got a lot of fuel here. Hell, at this stage, you could easily go for a King Tiger. He could actually go for a King Tiger with no problems. Sturmpan is right, by the way. Again, Baumy needs to work on his attacking tactics. He's clearly struggling with the whole concept of flanking. And overall, he's not that good of an attacker once certain elements apparently are thrown in. It seems like at least he's just gotten a bit unimaginative and struggling in some ways. But he still got his opponent bled down here. Aircraft crashing down there, doing no further harm to the Germans. Panther though finding the way for Baumy. There again, he could actually have gone for a King Tiger at this stage. He could have gone for a Panther, he could have gone for it sooner. Again, he hasn't. Which is only a bit weird about Baumy. He could actually have gone for a Panther. Oh, I don't know. 10 minutes ago, maybe, which is a bit, incredible. And he could have gone for it, well, probably not 10 minutes, but, 5 to 6 minutes. And there's definitely a bit of room for improvement there for Baumy, to put it mildly, when he could have gone for a Panther so much sooner. You didn't. Instead, he's just allowed Crew to get ahead of him with armor. Yak Puncher does 22, we got the shoots and added. Fixing up the H25. Shock to the trying straight at the orbital garden. This is sort of aimed for Stone Girls, probably a bit more helpful there for Cool. In particular with the increasing amount of light cover, the Stone Girls could probably help negate that a bit. But there you go, Panther out for Baumy and the 12th Panzer Division. Pin-up machine gun being added here. Shock was advancing aggressively, got Veteran 3 on them, 11 kills though. And the south bit of harassment here, but we got Conscript sneaking about there. No, by the way, you could consider laying down even just some flare trip marching to spot up and bleed out Baumy a bit here and there. I mean, they can be surprisingly effective if you lay down enough of them. They're basically S-mines with the added benefit of scouting away for your opponent, and they're really cheap to lay down too. Talking only 10 munitions, and again you can lay down a bunch. Whenever I'm playing SSO, it's usually try and lay down as many as I can here and there, just to make things really, really unpleasant for my opponent, because they even have a psychological effect in essentially when you just keep popping up there, they're going to frustrate your opponent to no end. We've got Panther moving ahead here. Again, not much of a flank. He's sort of flanking, but it's not really getting sort of very efficient. It only requires the H5 to turn a few millimeters to one side there, and they can even it up. There you go. Almost got the T-34, but not quite. Yak Panther supporting here. Betchy 2 still not going a lot more done beyond that. And some fighting in the south continues here. Thoughts there. Might get overwhelmed unless they get off a good incendiary grenade here and maybe get a bit lucky. More S-mines. So again, a machine gun bunker there could benefit Baumy up north. We got an infantry coming here again. Bunker. Keep the machine gun supporting Simpson more actively. And there you go. He got the H5. Bit of a loss there for Coop. Bit of a loss. Allows his Panther to operate more aggressively. Particularly catch the field gun and wipe that out. If he can remove that, that will just leave the T-34 to deal with the Panther. But instead he's rushing in with the Panther, no infantry support. Kedmev is also head first. That is definitely not a well-executed assault there by Baumy. Allows Scott, I think, to sort of push back the Panther with some ease, because there's nothing to actually clear out the field gun. Again, he's got no infantry supporting. In fact, the infantry is there, but it's not doing anything. He's too occupied with grabbing territory, and now, when he's finally getting a move on, it's too late. So Baumy, I think, needs to work a bit more on his attack timings and sort of planning of them. But he's got Ku down to just 30 points now. I mean, Ku is definitely in a bad spot here versus Baumy. But at the same time, the Ku's got quite a false, and again, Baumy is making mistakes here. So even if he's got an advantage in many ways, there's potentially for Ku for turning around, I think. Close 52 down the heavy mortar. Grenades going off here, doing some serious damage to the rations. Yak Panther even pull back for repairs. The only thing that's keeping that one going is German engineering. There go, taking it from the Yak Panther, still using it. Orbs on normal swapped out. It needs to pull back the Panther before it gets hit with an anti-tank grenade. Panther going after the T-34. And misses it. The field gun bar has been cleared out. Yak Panther manages to escape here somehow. Gets away. Don't know what happened there for Ku. I think he could easily popped an anti-tank grenade on and knocked it out there. But here, healing reinforcement going on. A lot of machine gun fire there. And Contra there taking heavy losses from the orbital garden. Close to 53. He's actually trying to pop an insane Molotov there. I'm not entirely sure why he did that. Troops sending reinforcement. You got the Yak Puncher there being heavily worked on by Sturm Pioneers. Split support and repair kits would not be a bad idea. S-mines being set off there by the T-70 light tank. You got the MG-34 here. Got Maxim actually carrying the point. He's not stunning that MG-34. For some reason, I got into my head briefly that he'd done that. T-34 trying towards the centre here. Ku overall, I think, doing a bit better sort of attempts, but he's Not really flanking much, are they? Just flanking to an extent. I think it's just Baumy not flanking. I mean, if we were to put off a good flank from the north, I think it would do a lot of damage to Baumy. In particular, he managed to hit the Schwerer Panzer headquarters. Smoke screen down the centre victory point. And controlled by the MD-34. Again, though, bunker would be a good choice. Large smoke screen there. So I think using both mortars to actually lay down a really big one. Really big smoke screen here, allowing to push through the centre quite well there. That's definitely a nice idea. I mean, this is a really thick smoke screen there by CoH2. That is very good to see there. That is very good. And using the shock troopers here to follow up. In this case, they can then follow up with another smoke screen if need be, sort of repair any gaps, so you know, cover themselves up again. But this allows them just to get close in the first place. In this case, the smoke screen there would be great. Grenade on the academy for quite a throw there. No smoke screen though, and they set their force back here by the double orbital, including now Veteran T4 orbital. Definitely something to be wary of. Definitely something to be wary of. North victory point there being harassed by the T7. No, quickly pulls back though. Got the Panther moving in. The Panther has not been repaired. And Baumy, I think, should try and aim for either more armor, begin taking up and prepare for a King Tiger in case he gets free room for it, because he's got plenty of fuel. And a King Tiger, if used properly, might be able to pull through for Baumy. Then again, so might another Panther or a Yak Panzer or Panther 4. He just needs to coordinate a bit better than he's currently doing. Almost got a T-34 there, almost on the up and the open. There's a lot of T-34s. T-34 that goes down, taking out here for the Yak Panzer, and like heading there for combo. Panther finally being fixed there up for Baumy and the 12th Panzer Division. Finally. 10 points left for CoH2. Getting desperate here, getting desperate. 8 points left here for CoH2 now. 7. Might even hit 6. Yes, he hit 6. He's down to 6 victory points. He's hanging on by the skin of his teeth here. And surprisingly, Baumy's just not laying down any machine gun bunkers at all. No attempts. Only seriously attempts at counter-attacking by a good flank versus CoH2, because CoH2, though, for many things, does not, I think, lay down a single mine, which is a definite mistake there by CoH2. Definite mistake. Yak Panzer there dueling it out with the T-34. Well, dueling, it's more just shooting at it because the T-34 can't hit back. Oh dear, almost done wiped out by a mortar round. And we got another airstrike here from CoH2 trying to get the field gun. He might get it. Certainly losses like that are going to be harder to replace here for Baumy. Of course, you could now go for another armament to piece of armor to support it. Again, Panther, Panzer 4 all could work again as long as he just uses them intelligently. And I really think just proper armor to sort through here while attacking with the centre from the front could do a lot of damage to CoH2 and maybe finish off the fight, but again, he's too focused on the centre victory point. There go, lost another unit. In fact, almost lost the opposite guard in there as well. He's bleeding out severely now to Lieutenant Baumy. He is bleeding out severely. Yak Panzer very close to 2 feet. Increased rate of fire would certainly serve it quite nicely. But there you go, we got a fresh 85 out there for CoH2 to challenge Baumy's Yak Panzer. And there you go, Ken was taking hits, almost being wiped out already. And there you go, one Ken down almost. Oh, he lost both the Ken efforts. Panther finding out with the T-54. Tried to ram, he didn't quite work out. Able to get it with the Panther, might be able to. Need to get the Yak Panzer back to the front line. The Ken recruit here by engineers. T-54 almost down. Panther almost got it, but now he pulls back. Yak Panzer not trying to support the Panther here. He's in fact pulling it very far away, but there you go. CoH2 quick to get Lekhenov back in action versus Baumy. And now even using tracking here. Just to help it. I think it's a bit superfluous here on top of focus sight them because it prevents the 85 of them quickly pursuing the Panther. And he just used tracking, he could easily have hunted down the Panther, but with focus sight on, he doesn't have the speed necessary to actually finish off the drop. This I think was a bit too over-eager clicking there from CoH2. Another T-34 there, almost done for coup.
Sector under attack.
Going for the centre victory point again. Nothing defending the north again. No bunkers, just some mines have increasingly been dealt with. 6 points left. Machine gun coming the south again. And another tank could just allow him to quickly hit it with a Panzer IV, wipe it up, then hit follow up with infantry, just grab it, or just render it neutral. In which case you could probably win.
We have a new T-34 standing by.
Using the T-34 or T-7 to block the capturing of the point.
The sector is at risk.
And the Orbitals are now in trouble. They can't actually grab it. A nice save there by Coup. Only 6 points left. He were to lose that point. He probably would lose the entire game. But there you go. Now hitting the northern victory point as well. Good work. Good work. Kenmouth creaming hit. Panther going after the T-70. T-34 moving up there. Yak Panzer gaining veteran fee there. High rate of fire and other bits that Kenmouth setting up. They need to clear it out. But the infantry is all back at base. Reinforcing and healing for the most part. Moistmont's going down. They shouldn't be mining the points here though. He should be focusing on the victory points. You know. Strike, flank, whatever. Almost got the machine gun here and mortar fire. Anti-fit. There we go. Heavy mortar annihilates the crew, scattering them to the all winds, the corners of the earth.
Our territory is falling into
And he's going to steal it and turn it against Lt.Baumy. Not good. They're not good. Nicht good. Almost got the Yak Panzer fixed up. Panther there, halfway to Veteran 2. And fortunately they're being repulsed by the T-34, which is then going to clear out the S-mines, meaning he's just wasted munitions on that. And I honestly don't quite know why he did it even there. So now Coup will have control all through victory point, be able to bleed up Baumy fast. He's also got a much larger force than Baumy now. Baumy has still got a lot of fuel and going there for the third truck. He might find aim for the King Tiger, but rather to an extent does feel late there for Baumy. Also, he really needs to flank now. He really needs to flank. Again, like Kenmouth doesn't make any sort of head-on assaults increasingly risky because they're going to be covering all the known paths, but it's not going quite exactly where. There you go, head on the assault of Kenmouth reveals itself. Need to get the Orbitals cleared up. The bomb grenade. Orbitals on the centre getting absolutely annihilated here by the T-34s and wiped. Staggering loss there to Baumy and the 12th Panzer Division. He got one like Kenmouthers. Constantly moving in the Orbitals quickly trying to deal with them. Panther there, close to Veteran 2. The HQ engaging. Also close to Veteran 2. And the Yak Panzer there blasting away halfway to Veteran 4. There we go. Veteran 2 needs to 5. Panther hits Veteran 2. Shoots and added. Bit more health and armour. And there you go. Yak Panzer shoots, misses. Issue 5 on the hand has no issues there. Close Veteran 4. But needs to pull back the Yak Panzer. There we go. Veteran 4. Almost down here. Almost down. And the Kenmouth gets the finishing shot there. Knocking out Baumy's Yak Panzer 4. This is looking pretty bad for Baumy. This is looking pretty bad. Folks going to do this here with the light machine gun from the Orbitals dealing with the counters there. And we got another bit of air support in there. Could wipe the Folks gun is in retreat. Oh, so close but not quite. So close but not quite. 162 points left for Baumy. He is steeply struggling now. Again, his force is only a fraction of Coups. He's again got a much bigger force now. A lot of tanks, a lot of infantry, a lot of support weapons, a lot of artillery. Comparatively, the light infantry hasn't, I think, had quite the impact, and Central might not quite killed more, but again, there's a size there in the difference in squad sizes. Katusha almost done there for Coup. T-34 from the 9th Guards making that squad moving ahead. Aircraft shot down. Very close to 53, then engaging the mechanised regiment, denying it, I think, here to Baumy, preventing him from going for the King Tiger. Oh, sneaky, nasty. And there goes almost to lose the Panther. Oh dear, Panther down, and with this, Baumy's got no armour left. He's only got a few infantry units. His opponent's still got a ton of armour, artillery, and whatnot. I think it's safe to say there's not much hope left here for Baumy unless he somehow manages to pull off a quick, sneak attack on the victory points. Not the one that's sent again. He's been too over-focused on that. He needs to hit the northern and southern one fast enough to sort of just prevent CoH2 from reacting to it. But can Baumy do that? Again, he's been very inflexible this fight from a certain point onwards. Again, he displayed some aggressive, flexibility of mind, but after a certain point, he just got, I think, too focused in the center of the map. To the point, again, it rather blocked out many of his other options and it just caused him to make a lot of bad decisions. Gonna wipe there. Big infantry force from northwards. Well, relatively big. I mean, it's pretty much all he's got left. So basically the remnants of Baumy's once Grand Armée being pushed northwards. Herded, shoved, prodded. Got a T-5 rolling in there, he's probably expecting to happen there. 66 points left versus 6. Calling in artillery support? Where? Here? Can't even see it, so why? Oh well, big assaulty yak comes on the way there, but we've got the T-34. Again, the infantry can't do anything against it. They literally can't do anything against the T-34. There's a Panzerfaust too, and that's it. We get air supporting the North Orbs, and they're getting wiped, annihilated. Another loss for Baumy, who's now heading towards his center victory point. But yeah, I think this is safe to say this is GG. He's just doing it because I think he can, but it's not really like he's gaining a lot from this. It's essentially a waste of time. T-34 trainer kills, there you go. Baumy's horrendous loss here for Germany. The 12th Panzer Division failed in its task. CoH, on the other hand, secured victory for the motherland here. And overall, it just came down to the extent here, Baumy just getting too focused in the centre, and apparently for their reasons, not being able to conduct, a half-decent flank against CoH. Had he done that, I think would have won this several times throughout the match, but again, it was just so passive, so intently focused on the centre of the victory point. Again, we don't see it attacking head-on. Plus, poor doctoral timing, poor doctoral usage. You only used it for S-mines for the most part. There was no machine gun bunkers. Nothing there really for Baumy. Again, just really limited, how much he actually gained from. And again, CoH on the other hand, I think, used everything except the howitzer. And he also flanked more. He was, better attacker to an extent. Though he could have made deeper flanks, he still, I think, made more efforts. So exploited Baumy. He's tended to overfocus on the centre. So there you go. Hope you enjoyed this match. Hope you learned something from it. If you did, subscribe, tell a friend, share it with everyone. Also, big thanks to A for pledging on Patreon, most appreciated. Of course, if you like supporting the Propagandacast, do consider. Links are in the video description. Patreon or PayPal are the works. This is Imperial Dane, signing off, and see you all tomorrow for another signing episode. Cheers.